Hey, so I was just relaxing, minding my business, and I'm in my personal space, my sacred space. So when I'm here, I'm a little bit more calm, a little bit more relaxed, and just yes. And in the video that I uploaded not so long ago today, the Council of Light, the Galactic Federation of Light, made its presence, made me aware of its presence, and I believe I mentioned Ashtar, and for some reason I was feeling that I needed to pull some cards, or that there was a message coming forward from the Galactic Federation of Light, or the Council of Light, and I was immediately drawn to the shaman, the mystical shaman oracle deck, and for me this is a very kind of special deck. It's the deck that I just use on myself, but obviously when I'm called to use it for the channel, I will use it for the channel, which I am again. So yeah, I thought that I would record, and we'll see what comes through. Okay. I'm being shown like these huge gates being pried open, and something to do with like the anchoring of something, or the anchoring of energy, the grounding of energy. I keep hearing and seeing like an anchor, an anvil. Completion. Okay. So there is a completion of a cycle, and that's where this opening of the gates is coming in. And when, more importantly, when it comes to these gates, I can see light behind these gates, almost as if like when these gates burst open, there's going to be like all this light that's going to rush through. The circle. So again, going back to this completion. And do you know what the funny thing is, sorry, is that in the reading that I uploaded earlier, I mentioned something to do with shamans and them, and light workers, and those, and beings, energy workers. I mentioned that I can see them kind of raising their hands to the cosmos and releasing like a transmission, releasing a signal to the cosmos. And obviously we're pulling from the shaman oracle deck as we've been guided to, and that just for that validation. And the fact that this is a circle again, to me that's confirmation of this completion. But not only that, it is something to do with kind of, I'm getting physical people on earth, like the work that we're doing on earth, the light that we're anchoring on earth is enabling more light to come in. See, I didn't know that there was even 3 cards, but I heard accept or 3. So we have Earth, Wild Woman, the Seer. And for some reason I'm getting the energy of Mother Earth, Gaia. Not that she's stepping forward, but that the Council of Light, the Federation of Light, they are making her presence, making me aware of her presence. Almost that guy. Okay, yes, they kind of telling me. Obviously, it's kind of obvious as well, but I can't help what comes through. They're telling me Guy is going through a huge transformation, and they are telling me that our consciousness is what is like the determining factor of the transformation of Gaia, and not just our consciousness. Or okay, yes, and it's also making there is focus on the third eye, but there's a larger focus upon the heart center, and we need to. It's almost like we need to keep it alive. We need to not allow the heart center to be decayed. It's almost that for a long time it was the third eye that was attacked to quiet the masses and to have us be sheep, kind of. And it seems that maybe in the future, or maybe it's already happening, that it's our heart center that is going to be attacked, kind of. It's almost like a little bit of a warning. The seer. Yes, I'm getting that it's kind of a warning. To protect our hearts. And the more that we come into connection with our heart center and also with our third eye, it's almost that there will be a greater attempt to kind of, I want to say, contain our energy, contain our light, but it still feels like they're just reassuring me that the light will always prevail, the light will always expose the truth. The rainbow, the coming together of something, being the bridge between. See, again, I'm getting this message from this card of the circle card of, like, I keep seeing three. I don't know if it's three spiritual leaders or three spiritual gurus or just three powerful people or three well-known people in the spiritual community, or it might not even be well-known. It might be this like hidden, but it's almost that they are sending a signal that kind of we are ready, or that that we've made enough progress on Earth, and there's something about being a bridge between the spirit world and the physical world. Again, a completion of something. It's almost like we have like completed the last task, and it's not that anything's finished or anything's over. We're always growing and learning, but there's something that we've completed for now. I don't know why, but I just feel like the veil's about to get a lot thinner, and the spirit world is going to become a lot more present in the near future. Okay, and it's also that nature is going to be a lot more present. We are going to feel the presence of nature, the presence of Gaia a lot more to come. It's almost that people are going to start questioning it if nature is alive, which obviously we know nature is alive, but it's just going to feel as it feels as if there's going to be more of a like a embodiment of nature that's going to be felt. I think that's the best way to put it. Okay, so I was going to pull some other cards, but they're telling me to keep going with this deck, that I'm doing well with this deck. And normally with these cards, when I pull, I normally read the meaning of the card, but for some reason this is just the way that it's happening. Beloved. The beloved. Sorry, yeah, the beloved. Oh yes, see. That makes perfect sense. I almost got took off track then. But yes, going straight back to the heart center. And if you notice, around this woman's heart, I don't know if the light's a bit dim in here, but it's red. Red. Obviously, the heart is red, but the card doesn't have to be red. It just so happens to be in this deck. Going back to the focus upon the heart center, that not only has there been a huge opening of the heart center, there is also an attack towards it. And the reason what I'm getting is, again, it's the words cognitive dissonance is coming, and it's that the things that we store in our heart are the things that we feel are most true to us. And as we are going through times of change and times of questioning and times where a lot of truth is coming to light and a lot of dark is being exposed, it can be kind of, I feel like almost like I can feel heart shaking, like anxiety, like heart's beating really fast, but it's more so a fear of the unknown, a fear of not knowing what's going on. And what I'm getting is that that's us, the powers that be, the people that control the media and so on. That is what they are increasing. They are aware that um, many often are not comfortable with change. So whilst we are going through great change, it's almost that they are going to kind of increase the confusion, because with change comes the fear of the unknown. So the more confusion that they add to things, the more uncertainty they add to things, the more of an effect that has on your heart center and the weakening of your heart center. It's all about trying to weaken like the force field of your heart center to close it down and stop it from expanding. But regardless, it's going to expand because that's the time that we're in. That's what we've been manifesting collectively, this awakening. The more that we come out of alignment with self is the more of a calling for us to come back into alignment. And that's what we've been doing, and that's what we are doing. It's coming back into alignment with our heart self. Our heart center. But again, this bridge, okay, I'm getting that we have now established a connection to the kind of, I want to say, spirit world or 5D, I don't know, but we've established this kind of connection, and that is kind of what I keep getting with this signaling of the shamans or these light workers, sending this frequency up to the cosmos, saying that we have, it's almost like we have enough energy. The curse. Okay, so I feel that I just need to have a quick read of this card. The curse, the essence. The curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up in disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creativity. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality, recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. The invitation. It is time to recognize the source of our limitations. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? Were you a slave or a master in the past life? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, and to be released. Honor and honor the players and their stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Craft a new life course for yourself. The medicine. Be aware of your actions. Act with impeccable intention so as not to create a debt or karma that sooner or later someone has to pay. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to the people you love the most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. Sorry, I'm not the best reader, and when I read, I think at the same time, so like I'm going back and forth between thought and what I'm reading, so that's sometimes why I stutter as well. But this card, the curse, is confirmation of what this card, the curse, is confirmation of what we was just discussing. The card not only mentions, sorry, did you inherit genes for heart disease? It's speaking, and again, this is bringing us back to the attack on our heart center and where we are and the powers that be. And because there is a expansion of the heart center, sometimes, well, not sometimes, whilst there is an expansion of the heart center, there's also an attempt to kind of stop. And I keep being brought to like this electromagnetic field of our heart. They're trying to stop that from expanding. Okay, so what I'm getting is that we need to be sending them love, especially with this card, the curse card, and the Federation of Light, the beings of light that have chosen to connect. They are saying that we need to kind of change the course. And apologies, I know that I've not reread the parts that I'm referring to in this as well, but you can always go back and listen to what I read. But it's about changing the course. In the card was saying about karma and past life things and past life karmic debts and just things that we may have done in the past life that we may inherit in this life and illnesses and so on. And it's telling us that to change the course, and that's what we're doing. We are changing the course, but in changing the course, we need to still remember the courses that we've been on, and that's what it's saying in honouring, obviously, the past, honouring the players of the game. And again, sorry, going back to love, sending these people love, putting out your frequency of love, putting out your unique vibration, your signature energy. Okay, and the covering of the mouth in this card, for some reason, it's bringing me to like COVID-19. Okay, and it's bringing me to the fact that there isn't a, it's like, instead of using your mouth, use your third eye. And this is the card number 14, and this is the card 41, and again this is about the connection between the spirit world and the physical world. And that's what I'm getting with COVID-19. It's almost that we're shutting off the mouth, because the mouth is very much so connected to the physical world with what you can hear, and it's instead of relying upon what you can hear and what people are saying, to go a level deeper, to use the third eye to connect to the feeling. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the giveaway. And for the final message, what I'm getting is that we all have opportunity to access this light. But that opportunity comes from ourselves. Like, we have to go through it ourselves. No one can give us the light. We have to want it. We have to align to it. Okay. So that's all. I thank you for being present with me. I thank the Council of Light. I thank the Galactic Federation of Light, Ashtar. I send you thanks and gratitude. Ashe.